Hi, this is Jim from Boardroom Metrics. Every year, Spencer Stuart, I must be on their mailing list. Spencer Stuart sends me their Canadian Board Index, and I recently got their 2014 Canadian Board Index. I know this is of interest to people, and you can go and download it. I have a link at the end for that, but I thought I'd just capture some of the board composition highlights from 2014. There are a couple of trends going on, and one's been going on for a couple of years now, and that is the number of women directors. And you can see that it's been steadily increasing since 2009. I guess, I've heard a lot about not enough women directors on boards. I didn't realize it was still less than 25%. In fact, at 22% in 2014. I guess this is the good news, though. The pace of appointments is accelerating. 43% of appointments in 2014 were women, up from 28% in 2013, and you can see it's been a pretty steady increase. So that's good. I find this interesting. If you look where women are going, it certainly looks like everybody's got the wake up call, and there are some things. A light switch has gone on, and there are things going on. Take a look at the far end, certainly in financial services, now up to 44% of appointments in 2014 versus in 2009 to 2011. Metals and mining, a true hardhead industry, 12 to up to 42% past couple of years. Look at industrial, second from the left, 5% up to 27%. So significant increases in those industries, moving women onto their boards, which seems like a good thing. Finance background, some things never change. It's always, it's regularly been important to have a financial background, and you can see it pretty steady 2012 to 2014. It's pretty, 40% of appointments are men and women with finance backgrounds. When you take a look at that, take a look at the 2014 column. It's still better to be a banking executive than anything else, right? 38% of those who had a financial background were banking executives. I feel sorry for my accounting buddies, but only 9% were audit partners, and I know there's a lot of them when they retire. They would love to do that. Also, my CEO friends in trouble this year, from almost high of almost 50% in 2013. Only 35% of new appointments last year were CEOs. So that's a significant decrease. I assume part of this is that CEOs, especially CEOs of public companies, are becoming pretty choosy in terms of the companies and the boards that they're going to go on. And I know from experience, I know from the people that I talk to, they're not just taking a leap onto any board. They're being awfully careful now. It is good to be an expert. If you take a look at the very bottom of this, 73% of boards have an average of 4 industry experts on their board. I mean, that's huge versus 12% back in 1997. Those who've been involved with boards, you know that over the past bunch of years, having industry experience has been one of the key drivers in terms of looking for new board members. So it's up to 73% have 4 industry experts. You wonder though if we haven't peaked. It's a significant drop off in terms of percentage of new appointments this year, down to 44%. 2013 could have been an anomaly, but still pretty high. You do come to a point, you see this in all elements of business, where maybe we have enough people who know about our business, and maybe we need more people who know about something else. And I wonder if that's not going on with boards also. It certainly is good to be a foreigner. Many people from out of Canada coming onto boards, a steady trend here, most of them coming from the U.S. The U.S. obviously, and other foreign markets, key driver of the trend has got to be that we're certainly doing a lot more business in these foreign countries. But I also, particularly with respect to the U.S., the number of foreign investors in Canadian companies now, I'm assuming, are expecting that they will have positions on Canadian boards, and I think we're probably seeing that's part of this trend. Um, Interesting. This chart shows the at C-level appointments, but not CEOs going onto the board. And rationale here is really there is a solid talent pool here. This is great experience. This really rounds out already good backgrounds, and it certainly will look good on LinkedIn for these non-CEO C-level executives getting their first chance at a board. And here's another one. Maybe director school really will pay off. The number of first-time public company directors on boards is up to 36%. There is a turnover going on at the board level in Canada, and first-time directors are getting their shot. And that's certainly good news for all my buddies who've spent their money at Rotman and a bunch of those other schools to get their director's certificates. In summary, um, some pretty basic stuff going on. Board composition is increasingly female. It's increasingly foreign. It's just as knowledgeable about the industry as it's been over the past couple of years. It's certainly just as financially savvy, and it's C-suite, but not necessarily CEO driven. Certainly want to thank Spencer Stuart for sending me their survey. And you can see the link here, spencerstuart.com/research and insight, Canadian Board Index 2014. More information on Boardroom Metrics. My name is Jim Crocker. Check us out on boardroommetrics.com. We provide experience on demand.